Hey friends, Sean from Draft Therapy here, and this is a beer brief. If you are unfamiliar with what a beer brief is a brief beer review. Now, I aim to keep the beer briefs under 5 minutes. My general long form reviews go to be about 10 minutes. If you are familiar with what a beer brief is, welcome back. And what we're looking at today is Guinness Zero. This is a special beer, and it marks a special chapter for going forward for Draft Therapy because per doctor's orders, I have to start just doing 0% beers going forward, non-alcoholic beers, because of some health issues. So this channel, a new chapter going forward, will be 0% beers. So this one, I figured I'd start it off with a bang. This is one that should be available pretty readily available. This is Guinness Zero. We're going to take a look at the can real quick. Beer briefs, I don't go too far into the cans. It says chill, open, pour, and enjoy wherever, whenever. Chill, pour, open, and all that good stuff. It just keeps going around. This has the harp. It says established in 1759, Guinness, St. James Gate, Dublin, Ireland, zero non-alcoholic draft, contains less than 0.5% alcohol by volume. And it lets you know on the side here, there's some serving information. 12 fluid ounces is a serving. It is 60 calories per serving, 13.5 carbs, 1.1 gram of protein, which I didn't know there was protein in 0% beer. But let's go ahead and crack this. We're going to put a nose on it. There is a date. What does that say? I don't know what the date says, but let's keep going. So we're going to crack this. I believe this is like a nitro can because there is like a little ball that's bopping around in there. We're going to go ahead and pour it. I don't think I've ever poured a nitro Guinness out of a can for myself. So it's going to be a little sloppy. I apologize to all my Guinness lovers out there. Well, actually, I think I did a pretty good job. So here's a little widget in there. As you can see, it is that nitro kind of gas escapes and it cascades up, kind of filling up the glass, going to mellow out a bit. A nice head though, really a little bit off-white, just maybe shading a little bit towards tan. It's kind of what I would expect to see out of a Guinness. I got about a finger of head here. It's starting to settle down now, so you're not seeing so many of the bubbles going up from there. Let's take a look at it. Pretty dark. Yeah, I mean, I can see through the bottom. I can see light bouncing off or some kind of light through the bottom. It has a bit of a reddish characteristic to it, but look at that head. That's hanging on like a champ. Let's go ahead and try it out. Cheers. Actually put a nose on it. Has that chocolatey, it smells like a Guinness. I mean, it has that kind of chocolatey, malty aroma to it. A little bit of a smokiness. All right, now I'm going to try it for real. Cheers. So the mouthfeel actually, again, reminds me a lot of Guinness. It has a really smooth mouthfeel. It goes down really nice and smooth. The whole experience is really smooth. Let's talk about the flavor because, to be 100% honest, I'm very surprised at how this turned out. So let's take another drink. We'll talk about the flavor. So for me, Guinness generally has a little bit of like a watery kind of character. It has like that watery flavor to it. This has that too. It has a lot of that. It has this nice, smooth, chocolatey note to it. It has just like a little bit of a sweetness that you get. You get that malty, you get that roasty. It's like stout light, basically. It's not like a full-fledged stout. It's not like a heavy stout, or maybe it's not a traditional stout that you might think of, but it has that Guinness flavor. It tastes just like a Guinness. I'm not missing the alcohol in this at all. I mean, I feel like if I had it side by side, a regular Guinness and one of these, the aftertaste on this is a little bit different. The sweetness kind of carries through. You get a little bit more of that kind of roasty, or maybe like a little bit more of a malty that just kind of carries through. It's still sticking on the back of my tongue. It has a little bit more of a pronounced, longer flavor on the aftertaste than I would expect from a regular Guinness. But I think if you put them side by side, blindfolded, like blind taste test, it'd be people that, maybe we're like really big Guinness fans would probably be able to tell the difference between the regular and the zero, but it is surprisingly similar. I could definitely see someone that is not able, or for whatever reason, not able to drink regular beer or regular, alcoholic beer, drinking one of these and being able to sit and feel like they can drink this along with anybody else and not have any of the problems that you might have with alcoholic beer. It's a really smooth flavor. It's really surprising. I was not expecting that it would taste this good. And, like I said, my journey going forward, if beer if I can expect like non-alcoholic beer to taste quite this good, I'm in hog heaven as far as I'm concerned, you know, on that front. And I should mention that, you know, the new chapter, April Fools, I will not be changing the content on this channel, but this is no April Fool's joke. So reiterate, not changing how the channel is. We're still going to talk about regular beer. We're going to talk about non-alcoholic beer once in a while. We're going to talk about seltzers, might talk about ciders, might talk about other kinds of alcoholic beverages. Going forward, don't worry, nothing's changing, April Fools, but this is no April Fool's joke. This is really legitimately very good. I bought a 4-pack. I am not disappointed. I bought 0 ABV beer before, non-alcoholic beer before, and really wished I could have just bought 1 can because it didn't turn out like it's not going to substitute beer, but this one actually might. The low calorie, the low carb, you know, I mean, it's 13.5 carbs. It's still kind of high, but everything else about this screams just legit 0 ABV beer. And it's something that you can drink and not feel guilty about drinking a few of them because it's low calorie. And, you know, you're not going to be feeling the effects of that alcoholic beer. So I'm Sean from Draft Therapy. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for letting me indulge in this little April Fool's joke. Until next time, you know, don't forget to treat yourself to a little draft therapy. I almost forgot what I was going to say. And we'll see you next time. Cheers.